What's the motherfucking deal, man? Welcome to the den at 11. I'm your host, Ed Honcho. I'd like to thank you for joining me today. Let me hit the right button action. Make sure everything is copacetic. All right, cool. But I'd like to thank you for joining me today. I am your host, Ed Honcho. You can catch me on my personal social media at Ed Honcho HTX on Instagram and Twitter, if you'd like to follow there. And make sure you hit that like button. Let YouTube know that you enjoy the content. Subscribe if you're new and you're just checking it out. Den Show Live on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and you can send an email at denshowlive@gmail if you ever want to contact. Catch the Den Live weekdays, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. But I'm going to think about that. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. And every night at 10 p.m. Central Time. DenShowPodcast.com. If you can't watch, listen in. Make sure you go there. So if you want to follow the podcast, or you can catch it on major podcast platforms, except for Spotify, still tripping. TheDenShop.com if you want to get some of the Den Show merch. If you ever want to call the Den, 833-284-3336. You can text, send picture messages, screenshots, whatever it may be if you have some news, something you'd like me to talk about. If you want to make a one-time donation to the channel, you can go to streamlabs.com/The Den Show. And shout out to all the Patreon supporters. I've been promising y'all some stuff. I got some stuff that I'm going to start dropping for y'all some more exclusive type content because, like I say, on this platform, certain things aren't necessarily approved. But for the Patreon support, I'm going to drop some I got it all finally worked out. I spent a little bit of time yesterday working some stuff out. So shout out to James, Tina Starry-Eyed. Shout out to Goya, Dan the Man, Donald Trump, Betty Spaghetti, and Miss Diana. I appreciate all of you. Thank you for supporting. And like I say, stay tuned for that. Yeah, man, there's a lot of noise. I had to delay. It had like folks outside moving shit around and the fucking, lawn people, they still lingering around here somewhere. You know, the motherfuckers, how they do it, shit. It was just too much noise. I was like, man, I don't want to get started with all this fucking noise like we did that one time. It was terrible. So let's see what we got joining us today, and let's get into some good conversation. And then let's say about a couple of things that I got on my mind, and we're gonna talk about, the fraudulence taking place on the interwebs. So let's see. Already, let's see what we got joining us. I see K Grace, my name. Miss Bell, one. What's the motherfucking deal? They was wide awake last night. There's some type of fraudulent pimp. We speaking of frauds. There you go, right there. Let me see. Where we at? Empress Yaya, Betty Spaghetti. What's the motherfucking deal? Baker Man. What's the motherfucking deal? Jailbait Jones in the house. Dainty Dom. What's the motherfucking deal? Let me see. Nikki motherfucking Nicole. Janet Dunbar. What's the motherfucking deal? T'Challa. What's the motherfucking deal? Your husband yells at you for making YouTube. Don't they? Tell him stop. It's for the good of the people. It's for the good of society. Cartier, what's the motherfucking deal? Lorenzo Wilson, what's the motherfucking deal? Ruby Roo, Kessa's Life, what's the motherfucking deal? Glad y'all could all join this morning. So, couple of things. For those of you like, I got some sleep yesterday. No, I think I have insomnia or something. I don't know. I don't necessarily think I got insomnia, but I do not sleep like I need to. Cut this noise off. Because I intend to try to catch a little bit of extra sleep. I still didn't get no goddamn sleep. It just be like that sometimes. Bad Bougie KM, what's the motherfucking deal? But aside from all that, I was just kind of thinking about how the current schedule is, right? And I'm thinking about maybe sliding the morning dens a little bit, making them a little bit later. Cause you think about it, like 10 to, 10 and 10, that's already like a 14-hour range right there. So 10 to 10 is 12, but then going 2 hours after 10, which is to at least to midnight, sometimes longer. It's just like it's like really weird on the sleep schedule. I think maybe that's why my sleeping has been so off. And I think it would actually be better to push it back a little bit so that way I can get a lot more recording done in the mornings and that'll be better for the overall content. So I think that I'm not all the way sure yet, but I'm debating on maybe moving the mornings back, either to a couple hours, maybe to 12 or 1 o'clock. I don't know. Most likely probably 12 o'clock, something like that. We'll figure it all out. But just a heads up, so if next time you catch a den in the near future, and you're like, well, what time is it? It's 7 o'clock. I gotta do sauce at 7, even though I'll be I've been slacking on the sauce. So yes, all you H-Town folks, happy June 27th. All the rest of you non-knowing people, well, you just kind of got to miss out on this one. Kenneth, and then I still come myself trying to avoid all the launching. The motherfucker's still there. Your name's gonna be napping, motherfucking Nicole. You be falling asleep and shit. I ain't watched your video. I just saw you sent something, so I just cleared out the whatchamacallit. I don't be watching that you be sending Kenneth. But anyway, let's talk about faking on the internet. We're talking about Kenneth. Let's talk about faking on the internet. Let's talk about fraudulence. Let's talk about the shenanigans that take place on the internet. And it's not just annoying lawn maintenance folks, but it's all type of fraudulence. So you have catfish who fake relationships. You have people who fake businesses who pull scams. You have people who, it's a wide variety. They actually have a little list. Let me see what I put my little list of things at. So I had a couple of things I wanted to speak on this topic as a whole. Yeah, I can't win. I caught myself delaying just to avoid the goddamn maintenance, the lawnmower people. And here comes the dude with the fucking blower. Damn it, they don't want to see me winning. But aside from all that, fuck it, it's no big deal. It's not as bad now as it was earlier. So, what's my little list? I had a little list here. Okay, here we go. But yeah, there's all type of fraudulence that takes place on the internet. And it can go, like I said, it's not just the catfishing situation. It's not just, imitating other people. You have people who make a living. You can be from parody accounts, but you don't necessarily take those super serious. It's just people having fun. But then you have people who will really go out and imitate a completely different account. You have fake news on the internet when people will fake. How many times have you heard like a fake celebrity death? You know what I mean? And they will. I remember R. Kelly died 2015 or something. Eddie Murphy died. It was like, and they were announcing this shit like on the news on CNN and shit like that. Then, even just recently, the national media hates Houston sports, so that's why there is Soft Sports. So if you're a Houston fan, you like Houston sports, make sure you check out Soft Sports. There's a parody account, or not even really a parody account, just kind of a troll account called Sports Talk Barry. And you have the national media, Skip Bayless, Shannon, these guys out here quoting this account as if it's legit in reference to some stories going on with James Harden and Chris Paul, because they want to prove stuff. So they don't even vet the accounts. They just say whatever's going on. I think it's really crazy. You can talk about the pranks. Like you have these prank channels on YouTube who go around and, they call them social experiments. And they prank people. Or they fake these pranks and have people thinking that these pranks are real to get reactions out of people. And people believe them. Some of these channels at one point were like some of the biggest channels on YouTube. I remember the one with the guy, I forgot his name. He faked the guys beating up the fucking Donald Trump car or something like that, or the car was saying vote for Trump, something crazy. But like I say, so fraudulence online is prevalent. It's all over the place. It's a big deal. But the sad part about it is, why do so many people get away with it? Why are people having success with the fraudulence? What is that saying about American society? What is that saying about the world, actually? Like, how are people able to get away with all the faking that's going on? And people will eat that up. Oh, and yes, I know some people have asked about a particular story You know, there's a reason I'm not going to necessarily address it on this channel. I kind of dropped a little bit of a hint about it in the Facebook group, but I'm gonna probably put it up on Patreon because it's something that needs to be talked about, that is going on with maybe the biggest tech company in the world right now and how it impacts everybody. But we'll talk about that. And if you haven't seen, I'm gonna post some other links up in there today that you guys definitely got to check out. Some videos you got to see, because I think it's important. I think most people like maybe not be familiar with it because of what's going on, but I think it's something that needs to be seen by everybody. So if you're in the Facebook group, I'm gonna post a link to a video that's been done, but then I'm gonna do my own kind of personal stuff on it for the Patreons, because it's very important. Yes, black coffee. I don't need no cream, no sugar, no none of that nonsense. What's the motherfucking deal, Professor Trio? But yeah, you know, but you watch that shit too, female pimp, because you're a little kid. But getting back to the story, but like faking, you know, fraudulence. People love this stuff. People believe this stuff, and what happens is this fake news gets put out there, and these fake stories get put out there. Yeah, man. Tough. Fake news and fake stories get put out there, and then real people take them and relay them as if it's real information. It's people relay them as if it's what's really happening in society, and this stuff, it almost is a social experiment because it makes people think a particular way because they believe it, because people don't say, hey, you know, this is using actors, or this is that, or this is whatever, you know. Speaking of something like the fake pranks, you've seen the one, like I said, I talked about the Donald Trump car. You see some of them with these people faking the an Arabian guy or something dropping off a bomb, or a goat with a bomb. Those are hilarious stuff. I'm not gonna lie. The one with the guy, he'll run around and he'll like drop off a goat and it has like a fake bomb attached to it or something like that. They take off running. Miss me, what's the motherfucking deal? That shit it's funny. I can't lie. Just the premise of it, the idea of that is fucking funny. But the way a lot of people respond to that, you're just like, man, normal people do not respond like that. And if people are really responding to some of these situations like that, America's in a sad state of affairs. But, you know, even the ones, and I'm not saying I don't 100% believe it, I believe some of them would actually happen, but even some of these ones, you know, like the rich guy pulling up in the Lambo or something like that, taking away the girl, you know, some of these things are fabricated because there's a narrative that some of these people want to push, you know. And it's tough because what happens, especially with these young impressionable kids, they watch this, they do believe this is what it is, and it sways their opinion of society forever. Yeah, that's the way. That's what press trip. But this sways their opinion on stuff forever because they saw it, right? I saw it with my own eyes. It has to be real. It has to be real. I ain't gonna lie. Another one that was funny though, but it was the you want some beef? You got some beef or something like that? This motherfucker walking around with a pack of beef on him under his shirt or whatever. This nigga just walking up on niggas. You want to be that nigga almost got his ass whooped. But yeah, that's the thing, man. And it's like, again, it is propaganda. It's modern day propaganda. Now the agendas may be slightly different. It may not be all for the government or whoever else, but it does impact society because when millions and millions of these people see this stuff, it impacts the way they think. You know? And so, but it's because that's your real name. Damn it. I was gonna believe it. Are you faking on the internet? No, I'm just fucking with you. But that's what I'm saying, man. It's a lie much more juicy than the truth, okay? But yeah, but you know, here's the funny thing though, because I was up last night. Unwillingly, kind of willing, kind of unwilling, I don't know. But what I'll do sometimes is I'll listen to a lot of, I guess what would you call it, philosophy and, you know, some of the older stuff, you know, what is that, like Socrates and a little bit of Nietzsche, a little bit of Jung, and stuff like that. You know, I just kind of listen to certain things, and just kind of try to get an understanding of certain principles and stuff like that. Excuse me. And what I was watching last night, it was talking about. It was talking about when you know how humankind responds to the truth, especially when they don't want to hear it. If it doesn't coincide with what they want to hear, that people ostracize you for telling the truth. And that kind of swayed what I was thinking about there. But I mean, I had this topic written down a while back, but it's just they'll try to harass you. They'll try to shut you down for being honest and being truthful about things if it doesn't make them feel good. And so that's why I think we're in this like sketchy time right now, and it has to do with what I was talking about one of the large tech companies and what they're doing and how they're bending the truth and they're calling it fairness, but that's not really the case. And I think that's part of that is what's happening while we're seeing the stuff that is happening today. But again, like I said, I'm going that on another platform just because. But it's stuff that needs to be talked about. It's things that need to be discussed because this particular company has so much impact on everything that we do in our daily lives that I think that it's going to sway the opinions of the youth. It's going to sway the opinions of the people because let's be honest, most people are very, very impressionable. And it's sad that we live in a situation like this. And I don't think a lot of people notice what's going on. It's really been concerning me as of late. But when people don't want to hear the truth, are they more susceptible to embracing the lie? So like I said, I'm a we gonna talk about that tonight. I'm gonna wait till part 2 of the Barnum and Bailey is over with tonight. And we're going to talk about that tonight. And man, I want to talk about it so bad. I wanted to. That's what I was thinking about last night's topic. But I'm like, I want to let the whole thing play out. So we can just embrace it in all its glory at once. You know, because it was. Whew, your boy, man, that boy Booker, man. That shit was, oh man, I can't wait to see what's gonna happen tonight. That was like they put the B team out last night. A team should be out there tonight. It should be very, very interesting to see what happens. But the one thing I was impressed by, I'm not gonna go deep into it, or not even impressed by, because the only one I think is actually halfway decent is Tulsi. And it seemed like she got a lot of recognition. I think Elizabeth Warren was like the most Google search person before the debates, and then after the debates, or during and after the debates, Tulsi Gabbard was like the number one searched Democratic candidate in the nation. They broke it down state by state, and she was like overwhelming. Oh yeah, man, look, Warren is terrible. She just look untrustworthy. But anyway, let's get ready to open up that line. We ain't gonna get into it. Save it for tonight, because part 2 is tonight, so we can, like I say, we can embrace it in all its glory. Because there's a lot of shit I want to talk about. Oh man. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the unfortunate part. The only one halfway making some sense. They don't want to hear that. It ties right back into the truth. People don't want to hear the realistic shit. But the one thing I have to say, before we open up the line, well, matter of fact, while I'm opening up the line, aside from the Spanish speaking stuff, the funniest thing to me was old buddy. And I was just sitting there wondering, I don't even know, was the dude who was like, who was that, de Blasio, I believe? He's like, well, the one thing I got apart from all the rest of these candidates up here that they just can't understand is I'm raising a black son in America. I lost my shit. When I say like my old lady thought I was tripping. I lost my shit. I lost my fucking shit. Like I was flipping out, like laughing. Like I lost my motherfucking shit. I was rolling. All right. Let's open up this line. Now let's talk about faking on the internet. Let's talk about why people do it. Let's talk about what is the benefits. Let's talk about what is the impact on society. And all the good stuff that goes with it, man. So let's boot up the line. I ain't gonna waste too much more of your time. But anyway, we may be a little bit, I don't want to say too much, we'll get us about an hour and a half in, but I may drag up a little bit early. You know, the little one don't got daycare today, so gotta make sure she eating, ain't up to too many shenanigans. So, bow. 833-284-3336. 833-284-3336, man. Oh man, it's so much to talk about. I can't wait till tonight. Y'all already know ahead of the game tonight. We talking about the fucking Democratic debates. So we just gonna be able to allow the A team to roll out. You know they got all those folks to pull out. So we will definitely be discussing that tonight. So y'all make sure y'all got your homework. If you ain't watched the first half, how many goddamn candidates is it that you gotta have fucking 2 nights of this shit? All right. Thank you, Miss Betty Spaghetti. Glad you could join us this morning. Man, it was man. It was what is that they say hilarity ensued. It was just too much going on for me last night. It was too much. Like I had to bring that shit back to like, did he just say what? Does he get a nigga pass for that? Did this nigga just say what I think he said? Oh shit. Oh, let me look here. See, I'll be fucking up. Let me fix the damn mic. All right, hold on. Can you hear me now? All right, what's the motherfucking deal we got calling into the den this morning?
Hey man, peace and blessings. It's unbeaten, man.
Unbeaten, man. What's on your mind, man? How you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. I can't complain.
All right. So what's your thoughts on today's topic, man?
So the topic is why do people fake it on the internet, right?
Yes.
I think this question is really kind of straightforward. People want to feel important.
Okay.
Just point blank period. I mean that's with everything. Whether you do it on the internet, do it in real life, why you do what everything you do is really to kind of feel important.
Okay.
Like you know what I'm saying? You posting this on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? You posting, you faking this post on Instagram to pull out this illusion that you got this big thing going on, this, when reality is not the thing. And it's all still important to people who really don't, at the end of the day, don't even matter. Yeah. Or don't even care about it. They just look at it like, oh, okay, that's cool. Double tap, keep scrolling. Yeah. They don't care.
Correct.
Man, that's funny because a lot of people live their lives for other people.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like I've been doing some soul searching recently, and that's kind of the things that I kind of stumbled on about myself is that I just, you know what I'm saying, certain things that I just did for other people. Like for me, like I recently kind of made the decision to drop out of school and, you know, start my own business. Yeah, and like for me, I understand the importance of school, but for me, when I was going to school for anyways, I was going to create a business about it anyways, and I realized that like school and education system is really just kind of a shortcut for experience. Mm-hmm. Now the education is important. I'm not going to discount it at all, but you know what I'm saying, I'd rather get the experience and learn for myself hands-on. You know, take some L's, take some dubs. You know what I'm saying, kind of balance with that.
Okay. So what was it that, you know, I ain't gonna try to get too deep into your bit, but what was it, what brought you to the point that said, okay, hey, you know what, I'm gonna make this major move right here? Like, what is it, a certain piece of information, or you just really had to take some time to dwell on it, or, you know, what you got?
You know, I mean, I think I really for just going to school for a while, I just kind of got caught up in like going through the motions, right? Because like after graduating high school, it's just a natural motion, and like going to college with everything in the world that's kind of told you to go to college, go to college, go to college. If you don't go to college, you're not valuable. You'll never earn a skill. You can create a business, but what if it fails? And what are you going to do? And all these different things. And so for me, it kind of came down to like I didn't like my whole goal to go into school was to even create a business at the end of it. Right? It was never to get a job. So it was just like student debt and all that. It was like I'd rather take that money I was gonna put on the student debt and put it to my business.
Okay. Okay. All right. I understand that. So if you were to recommend, a piece of advice to somebody who was kind of caught up in that people pleasing or that impressing these strangers kind of situation, like you said, people doing it for the gram and all that type of shit. Like, what would you tell that person? What was the single biggest piece of advice you think you could share with somebody to get them out of that mentality?
Knowledge of self. You just sit down, really just kind of figure out who you are as a person. What do you like doing? What do you enjoy about yourself? Knowledge of self is most important. And like a lot of people don't really know how to go through that process. But one of the piece of information I kind of learned along the way was just if you don't really know who you are, try to figure out who you aren't. That's normally a pretty good start. Like, okay, I know I'm not this, I know I'm not that. Okay, well then you kind of cutting things off to where you kind of realize who you are as a person.
Okay.
Also, I kind of recommend like when you first kind of getting started, like the first step I would say for some people who are trying to go down that lane is to cleanse your physical, right? So everything around you that you're holding on to for no apparent reason, get rid of it, clean your room. You got something in the house that needs to be fixed, fix that, like fix everything on the physical level, like get everything clean and on a clear slate on the physical, then you can start to go into your mental.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense. It does make a lot of sense. Okay. I don't know, man. Anything else that you would like to add to that?
Just a little bit. You was actually talking about the media and how, especially like with sports media, they kind of just manipulate with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think really just kind of, or just the media in just general, like they play off of emotions, and then they take that emotions and then they give you what you want to hear, basically, and play into the emotions, and I feel like people are susceptible to the emotions, generally just because I feel like that may be just the human nature to be susceptible to your emotions. We're emotional beings. A lot of us are, rather than being logical beings. And so just playing off of the emotions, right? And just, I'm not quite explaining it as accurate as I want to, but yeah, it's playing off of emotions.
Okay. I agree
Pull
with
that emotions, that's just how we are.
I definitely agree with that. And, there's a whole, I don't want to call it a science, but basically there's a science behind it, and that's how they win on people. And I don't think people realize they're so happy being placated by them catering to those emotions or satisfying those emotions. They don't really realize what's going on, kind of in the big picture. So I definitely agree.
Yeah, like you can look at commercials, right? Like I remember Axe had a commercial where like his dude spray Axe on his body, and all the females just start running towards him.
Yeah.
That emotion of like, oh, I want the bitches. I'm gonna get this Axe, you know what I'm saying? They kind of playing that emotion, you know what I mean? They want that. They want that gratification.
Yeah.
Playing at your emotions.
Motherfucker go buy that Axe and spray yourself. Still ain't got no bitches. Where my bitches? Ain't got no bitches. Damn. Just got some fruity smelling spray on. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. I definitely agree. They tap into those deepest desires. That's like one of the first things they teach when you kind of look into marketing, things like that. It's about selling people feelings, selling people those feelings. It's not even about the product. It's the feeling from that product. That's what they talk about from various things like Apple and all these other brands. It's the feeling that you get from having this particular product, not even the product itself, So,
or like creating propaganda around it. There's been a propaganda forever that Apple, saying Apple's better than Android. I mean, I'm an Apple user myself, but Apple's better than Android. You look at the Android phone, take a picture of the Android phone, look like it's all smudged. You know what I'm saying? It's that propaganda, that emotions, that if you ain't with us, you ain't with the cool kids.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Absolutely, absolutely. Man, I agree with you, Unbeaten, man. I can't disagree with anything you said. Anything else you want to add to that?
Nah, I'm good, man.
All right, well, man, hey, you know what? I salute you, and hopefully I wish you the best on your journey and your decision, and I hope everything works out in your favor, man.
Appreciate it, man.
All right, you have a good one.
You too.
Shout out to Unbeaten, man. That's a wise young man right there. Now, look, hey, taking that route ain't for everybody. But if you feel like you're going to end up in the same outcome anyway, or you're going to still make the same decision afterwards anyway, then it was going. Let me see. We got a message. Wow, that's tough. That's tough. That's tough. Shout out to Miss Gray. Oh, that's fun. I'm not gonna read that one out loud right now. But if you want to call in and share it, I definitely let you. I will definitely let you. That's fucking funny. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this morning? Or yeah, we still morning time. Who got called in this morning?
You got Jay Dizzle and Professor Trill on the line.
It's a split personality. What's going down? Who am I talking to first, Jay Dizzle or Professor Trill?
You're going to hear a little Dizzle first.
Okay, all right.
Dizzle is the nigga that represents Port Arthur real hard to the fullest, lives a completely Trill lifestyle. Professor Trill is the educator.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? So first things first.
Okay.
Mr. Bretto. I heard your comment.
Look.
To be honest, I'm not really surprised and or offended by anything you said. But there are some facts that do need to be corrected.
Okay.
Number one, I never said that I was going to start a YouTube channel. I've never said that. So maybe you had me confused with somebody else, which is possible. And a few other things to where the shit that I was talking about you, dispute any of it that wasn't true. You are a conspiracy theorist. You do blame the government for quite a bit of shit, even some of your own personal issues. I was just stating the facts. So, and if you don't like that, hey, that's your deal. But alcohol is a wonder of I guess you could say drugs if you misuse it. So I'll let you deal with that, you and the government. But since you did have to go to the extreme to where you wish I would die or rot in hell, which I'm sure that was just an exaggeration on your part, since I do believe in an eye for an eye, what I would like before I died and or went to hell, I would like you to get picked up by the government, locked in a cell for the rest of your life, and the only way that you could eat is you had to suck the Cheeto dust off another man's finger. I think that would be appropriate.
This was a calculated form of torment that you have arrived.
Oh, no, sir. It's not torment. Hey, man, a man's got to eat. And who is he to refuse the medium in which his food is given? He might not like it, but at the same time, guess what he can do? Blame the government.
That's tough.
There you go. Everything comes full circle. But anyway, I'm off that, Bretto, because I still like you. You funny than a motherfucker, but hey, I'm still gonna speak my mind. All right.
Okay.
Now, I'm gonna touch on what the last caller said. What was his name?
Unbeaten Sports.
Unbeaten.
Yes.
Okay, now I ain't tripping on you, Unbeaten, because I agree with what you said, but I wanna really focus on one of the things, the Apple versus iPhone shit. I know motherfuckers with an iPhone that don't like iPhone. And the only reason they have an iPhone is because other people in the family got an iPhone. And I'm just like, are you serious? Yeah, I'd rather the Android because I know how to use it better. I just got it because my daughter got the iPhone and my husband got the iPhone, and we could do that. But what's that shit they do? Not
Uh,
Snapchat. What's the other shit? The video shit.
get hacked by everybody. Now the iMessage shit.
Yeah, whatever the fuck
Or
it is.
FaceTime. FaceTime.
Yeah, FaceTime.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the only reason they got an iPhone is because they can FaceTime their family members.
Yeah.
I'm like, really? Y'all don't realize that there's a bunch of fucking apps that you can make them motherfuckers download, and y'all can still do the same shit? Okay. That's just an excuse. And I find that shit unreal. Why don't you just get what you like? I don't understand that. Why is that so hard? And I personally don't like any Apple products. I just don't. But I understand everybody has a preference. But if that's your reason for doing it and you know you don't like it, I don't know. I guess that's just a reflection of your personality or either your limited amount of intelligence. Because I'm like, look, I ain't finna FaceTime you, but I got these other apps. I got, Marco Polo and some other shit. I use that shit. My cousins got fucking iPhones. They don't give a shit. So I don't know. But I'm going to step aside and I'm going to let Professor Trill come on in.
Okay.
Good evening, Mr. Honcho. How's it going?
Good, Mr. Professor Trill. How are you doing this afternoon, morning, whatever time it is, wherever it is, wherever you are in the world? How are you doing, Professor Trill?
I'm doing quite well this morning.
Okay.
I find this topic really funny sometimes.
Okay.
And I can also quantify it by a Facebook post I posted probably like a couple of years ago. And I put, I really don't understand why some of you people do the shit that y'all do. And that's all I said. It was extremely vague. And then I had lots of comments from people that was on my friends list. Talking about, oh my God, yes, and all this stuff agreed, and they were just all co-signing. But what they failed to understand is the only motherfuckers I'm looking at is y'all. So I'm talking about y'all, and y'all agreeing with the shit, but yet you the ones perpetrating. And none of them really paid attention to it. And I thought it was just the funniest thing ever. Like, and the one that I was really talking about was a few. They all agreed with me. And I thought that was hilarious. So it's a lot of y'all currently in the chat. When I call in and I give my lecture, y'all vehemently disagree with me. But you can't dispute any of the facts. Then you turn right back around and start saying the same shit that I said. I don't know if y'all realize that or not, but I pay attention to the chat closely. Because I'm a mod, first of all, but otherwise I'm just curious. So I find it really funny that deep down you agree, you just don't like the person who's saying it, probably, or the way it's being said. But the information is valid. The logic is sensible. You don't dispute that. So I don't know. Really, deep down, as much as people always try to condemn fake shit, y'all eat that shit up. You think these people wouldn't be out here doing this shit if there wasn't people who was eating that shit up? And just to be clear, guilty as charged because I do it too. But sometimes I know it's fake, but if it's funny, I want to watch it anyway. I'm sorry. I have a fucked up sense of humor in certain shit that I find funny. Like, in particular, there was this little dog. And I'm still laughing at this video to this day. There was this little dog. And they thought this little dog was the bravest little motherfucker. I don't know where these people live.
Oh, my God. I think I know what you're talking about. I ain't going to ruin it, but go ahead.
Yeah. They thought this little dog was brave. And they had these big-ass alligators that would always be on the bank. The dog would charge up the gator, bark at the motherfucker, and the gator would turn tail and run into the water. Well, on this one particular day, This dog nuts grew 3 sizes larger than it was normal. And he paid the ultimate price for it. He walked up on that motherfucker, ran right next to that gator mouth. That motherfucker snatched, bit, tucked tail, and ducked off in that water.
Mm-hmm.
Just say the people that was around, oh my God, all right. But none of the motherfuckers went there to get him.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was the funniest shit ever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, y'all was praising him until he got fucked up.
Mm-hmm. I remember that shit.
And now all of a sudden, y'all don't believe in bravery. Ain't that a bitch?
Yeah. They encouraged that shit. They was you know like just like when y'all pump up your little partner to do some goofy shit, and then something bad happened. Because I saw that shit. Because it was like they showed like what 4 or 5 little instances of him, you know, running off the little gators, and they like, oh yeah. And that last time, they stood there. They ain't make a move. And the dog was gone. That shit happened in the instant. I was like, it's fucked up. Like I felt like it was fucked up letting him do it in the first place. You know, I'm a dog lover. I like the dog, but I mean, it's. Ultimately, you know what's gonna happen. This is an alligator you talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Ancient motherfucking creature. Come on, man. And you this little bitty poodle looking motherfucker. Come on, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I don't even think that dog was poodle size. That dog was smaller than a poodle.
No, he was like he looked like either Chihuahua-ish or like
he was a mini something.
Like a long. He looked like one of them like a long haired Chihuahua. He kind of remind me of the old dog I had. Like looked like a Pomeranian. But he was a small dog, a little bitty dog. Appreciate it. And he was a little bitty dog, and they let that motherfucker kept running up on him, and it was cool while it lasted. And then all of a sudden, oh no, I forgot what his name was. It sounded like it was Mr. Bill or some shit. But that shit there is yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, if anybody should be at fault for that, it's the owners. You know, it's like, what did you think was gonna happen eventually? You know, but it's unfortunate for the dog because they encourage that behavior. And he's only gonna respond, you know, to the little praise. He probably got all kind of pets and good dogs after that, you know. But I think I don't know if they was in Australia or if they were. It was either Australia or Florida. I blame everything on Florida because it's all the goddamn alligators that they infested with alligators and shit. But yeah, that wasn't no fake shit. That was some real shit. It's fucked up. Cause I'm a dog. That shit hurt my heart a little bit for the little dog. But it's just, what else did you expect to happen? So yeah.
I'm a dog lover too, Honcho, but I also have a sick sense of humor. I do.
Yeah.
When a dog hollers like that, it's automatically funny to me. Because it's like everybody identifies with that sound. It's like the dog literally saying, oh shit! Like, yeah, so I just find it funny. I do.
Oh my God.
Because I've been raised around dogs all my life, so I've seen dogs do some funny ass shit.
Yeah. And
when they just start screaming like that, I'm reminded of the funny shit, not like of the tragic shit. I ain't never seen a dog get eaten, but I've seen some real funny shit. But and let's talk about these. I really like to discuss the YouTube couples.
Okay.
These I find particularly interesting. I watch a few of them, but the number one thing that's just like the height of all the fake shit is the thumbnail. It's always extremely over-exaggerated. And it's like, is that really what it takes for people to watch your video? Like, and they have to go to like the extreme with shit, extreme pranks and all this old shit. And I always find it particularly interesting how they'll set up the camera to where it's only taping half the room, but both of them happen to stay in focus the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
But it's supposed to be a real prank. I don't think so. I've even seen instances where the person that's getting pranked looks directly at the camera.
Yeah.
And then realize they looking at it and then look away real quick. To me, that's incredibly funny.
Yeah.
And then they get mad when people in the comments expose it, then they want to block them and shit.
Right.
I think that's hilarious. I really do. It's just like, damn, this shit is at an all-time high. So not only do people do it for status and for ego, some of them do it for money.
Yeah.
Because there's also this video where these Twitch streamers got caught up in some fake shit. One of them was supposedly in a wheelchair. Till I think one day somebody rang his doorbell and he forgot. He got up and walked to go check to see who was at the door.
Wow.
And then after he was halfway to the door, he realized he got up and walked, and you could see the wheelchair just slowly slide out of front. Oh, nigga. And the most fucked up part is you had people that was following this dude or subscribed to this dude. They was just sending him hella money. Like these motherfuckers had to receive like tens of thousands of dollars, man. And the people was pissed. So let's just say and it was him and his girl. So they Twitch career was over. But I still think that was some funny shit. Like people, y'all get suckered into this shit. And it's so bad that you got so many people out here that do shit like that you can't even believe the people that it really doesn't happen to. And that's sad.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate part. That's the unfortunate part. Have you seen the one I saw recently? It was on Twitter. I don't know where it mainly came from, but it was a black dude, and I think he was with a white chick. And so I can't forget, it was a nice car that he had out there. I forgot it was some type of little high-end sports car. Well, these motherfuckers come outside and act like, oh, somebody that painted, all this graffiti and all this stuff on the car, you know what I'm saying? And it was all kind of paint stuff. But now if you go watch when he just go back in the house, he like all devastated and he go sit on the stairs in a nice little house or whatever. You can see paint like on his leg and socks. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow. But then the chick's like, but hey, babe, we have a security system. We can go check that. And it's just like, this shit sounds so fucking staged. They end up getting exposed for the fraudulence. They did it themselves. But like the people who do this shit, they're like, what kind of mentality do you think a person has to have to do this kind of shit? Like what that's just something I couldn't imagine. Like what kind of mentality do you have to be willing to engage in some type of behavior, put yourself out there like that?
I think it's just greed. They're just trying to get money, because a lot of those happen to people who, and you can really tell by how many, like the amount of videos that people put out. You know what I'm saying? And like they just keep pumping out videos like, your life, ain't nobody's life that motherfucking interesting. I'm sorry. If you're not a billionaire and able to do all kind of crazy shit, your life is not that motherfucking interesting, man. It's not. So if you posting videos every day or every other day or multiple times a day, come on, man. Come on. And then the pranks that you see that they following suit that all the other couples and other people is doing. I know you watch YouTube just like the rest of us, so how the fuck you don't know what's going on?
Exactly. Yeah, that's the crazy. But I guess people just think that, oh, we I don't know if they think they're smarter than everybody else. You got to understand, the internet is a crazy place, man. It's a lot of different personalities, a lot of different observant people and everything else that they will find details, and they will motherfucking be. You will get exposed if you're doing some fraudulent shit. They will expose you one way or another, and so that's why I say I don't understand why people even try to go that route. I don't get it, but I guess they figure out it's the thing to do for some reason.
They do it for the views, man. That's the only thing that makes any kind of relative sense.
Yeah. And do you think that there's still a negative outcome for them, even if they, get exposed or anything like that? Do you think that ruins careers, or does it actually bring more attention to people?
Truthfully, I don't think people care, because once one thing is over with, then now it's on to the next one.
Okay.
It's just like these fucking TV shows and series and shit. They'll watch it till it get whacked, and then once it's whacked, it was good while it lasted. Now we got to find something new.
Yeah.
It's the same old thing.
All right. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I got nothing else to add. Anything else you want to add to it?
No, I'm good. I said what I had to say.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you calling in.
Shout out to Bredo, though. Shout out to Bredo.
Shout out to Professor Trill and Jay Dizzle for calling in this morning. And I appreciate it. All right, have a good one.
All right.
Well, what's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the DN this morning?
Hey, my baby, this is Miss Grace. How you doing?
Miss Grace, how are you doing this morning? What would you like to share with the DN this morning? Always good to hear from Miss Grace.
First of all, let me say that I have to behave and watch myself, because my daughter was horrified the last time, and I don't want to embarrass my kids.
Okay.
Okay, so I just kicked my granddaughter out of the house. But that text that I sent you,
yes,
Yeah, I had a nigga send me a dick pic, and he was sitting there pressing down so hard in his gut just to gain an extra 2 inches.
That's tough. That's
That is
tough.
like ridiculous. But listen, people have been full of shit and lying like a rug for a long time. And people easily lie. Lying is like breathing or blinking their eyes. And working in the schools, the kids would tell a lie. You could catch a kid or hear a kid doing something and call them on it. They will sit there and lie so hard, Honcho, that they will break out in tears and have you question yourself and scratching a hole in your head, wondering if your eyes and ears deceived you. It's that easy, and the parents are doing it also. The schools are lying. The internet is only an opportunity for people to get their lies out there quickly and to more people. Now, I'm going to tell you one of the ways, because I looked at your video. I finally finished it the other day on the schools. This is what the schools do. Now, our public schools here in the city that I live in, the lowest level is college level. And then, of course, they have honors and 3AP and AP. The parents are so proud to say that their kids are in a college level class. And so when they do studies and things, they say 100% of the kids are at least in a college level. Everybody gets happy. There can be a kid at the high school that's functioning at the third grade level. He's in a college level class. That is our lowest. So that's a way of lying, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a way. And then the other thing is parents are so happy to brag about their kids having an A that they know damn well that they don't see their kids doing homework on a regular basis. They don't see their kids studying. They don't see their kids struggling doing projects or anything like that. Well, if your kid's not doing all those things, that's not a true A. They would rather brag about a fake A than a real C. So if your kid, people, are getting A's and you don't see your kids doing all that struggling and studying and projects and all this other stuff and doing research, you need to question it. Because some teachers are lazy, they will give an A. They'll just give a grade and not even challenge the kids. Okay? The other thing is that people lie. I had a friend that lied, one of my good friends. You have to question everything about them. And you know what I mean? And they get on the internet and they put pictures of themselves, you know what I mean, looking like I lost some weight, I've been doing this, that, and another, and then their bodies look real curvaceous and slimmer, but if you look in the background, the doorway's got a curve in it. Yeah, and you mean, if I can see it, and so everybody, when you look at all the comments, I get so aggravated because you look good, girl, oh, mama, go to it, oh, look at that, and they're getting all these compliments, and they're eating it, thank you, love, after positive comments, they're saying, thank you, love, they'll accept that. I would rather look exactly the way I look. Or, because I don't take good pictures, I'd rather when I meet someone, they say, oh, you look just like your picture, or you look better. But I don't want to sit there and use filters. First of all, I don't even know how to use filters. But to filter and do all those things, and then when somebody meets me, you know what I mean, I have 3 watts on my nose, like Bretto said yesterday. He was hilarious. You know what I mean? Yeah, I would be embarrassed if somebody looked at me and said, "Oh my God, you look terrible compared to the pictures that you know what I mean I saw of you." That's a terrible thing. But what was the other thing I was going to say? And people lie also because they want to be victims, like that Rachel Dolezal that wants to pretend to be black. Now she's bisexual because she wants to feel like she's a victim because she was a black woman. And she can't play that victim card as well unless she pretends to be a black woman. They either want to be victims or they want to be martyrs and act like they're great heroes and they save the day. People lie because other people want to believe what they want to believe, and they're too lazy to do research and check out and seek the truth. People say they want to keep it real. I want you to keep it real. No, they don't. Because I try to keep it real. If you go on my Facebook page, you'll see I don't have not more than 20 Facebook friends. And my son told me that I have no Facebook etiquette. Because I get aggravated and cuss motherfuckers out on there. I kick my granddaughter out the house. She's sitting out back. You know, but yeah, really. And my son goes, "Mommy, but you can't do that." What do you mean? On Facebook, I have to act differently than what I do in real life. You know, because if you keep lying, if I catch somebody lying, I don't like anybody trying to trick me or fool me. And if you do, I'm going to cuss you out about it. Yeah. But don't be lying to me. I went with a nigga that lied with details. Yeah, with details. He came in from the Middle East, and he was so busy trying to come over here to see me. I said, you need to go see your parents. You need to go see your kids. You know what I mean? And finally, he lied. He came here first. Then afterwards, he said he went to go see his kids. He told me, I said, so what happened? He said, yeah, I pulled up, and then my son and daughter was playing outside, and they saw me, and they're like, Dad! And they jumped up and they ran. I found out none of that shit happened because my best friend out there in Fayetteville said she was coming out the church, putting some things in the mailbox, and she saw him riding down the street with his music blasting. He wasn't even in Georgia. He was still in Fayetteville, but he lied. This nigga lied. I mean, he would tell you a lie for an answer, and you didn't even ask the question.
Wow.
That's what a bad liar. It was terrible. You know, so I had to leave him alone. But you know, so that's the reason why people do it, is because they just want to be victims, they want to be heroes, and it's socially acceptable. How many times in this political climate right now that people are caught lying, you know, even down at the borders, everybody's got this fake outrage that they're separating families. Hasn't this been going on, and they've been talking about it for a while? The Clinton said, you mean that people shouldn't be here? Obama said it. Bush said it. You mean Schumer said it, Pelosi said it. I can play those videos for people where those people say, send them back, do this, that, and another. They said the exact same things, but now that it's Trump saying it, oh, he's so terrible. And not one of those people are coming forward and saying, yeah, I felt the same way also. They're keeping their mouth shut. And everybody just goes along with it because that's what they want to believe. It's fake outrage. Fake compassion is worse than anything else because everybody's jumping on bandwagons and trying to look so virtuous. You mean by saying, oh, I really care and we shouldn't be doing this, that, and another, when you have fake outrage because this has been going on and you knew it and your damn ass did not care about it until now because everybody else is pretending to care and you're jumping on the bandwagon. And I can't stand it. I can't stand a liar. But that's about it, but I'm really trying to behave myself and stay on task because my daughter looked at the comments afterwards. She says, Mom, she says, somebody said I put my earphones on and I took them off, and she's talking about something different. And my daughter she's very protective of me. Yeah, and she loves me so much that if I have 9 pennies and she has 1, she'll give me her 1 and still let me keep my 9. That's my girl. She was challenging. More challenging than the boys, but that's my girl. I said, Dabo, I said, they do that to everybody. I look at the comments. I said, Rashida comes on. I said, look at Miss Meats comes on. Everybody comes on. That's just what we do. It's a community. We're happy. And once she talked to me and seen that I wasn't hurt and bothered by it, then she looked like, okay, as long as you're not hurt.
We need that Miss Grace. I love Miss Grace.
I love, oh my God. And I was up wide awake. And that's the other thing. I'm sure you noticed I have the adult version of ADD, ADHD combined. I have too many thoughts. I'm always checking off things and putting things in my head, and I can't turn it off. So that's why I'm up first thing in the morning, and then I'm in bed between 8 and 9 o'clock at night, and then I pop back up again, and that's when I first started catching your show, because it's too many things going on. I mean, somebody says it, I've already thought about it from every single angle, every angle. And that's why you can't sleep, because it's just too much, and plus you got all of us now.
Yeah, so I got to figure something out because, like I say, I enjoy it too much, but I got to get a little bit more. I got to figure out how to get this sleep right. But yeah, I definitely look forward to seeing your comments, and when you follow up, I love to see it. Like, Miss Grace will be having me rolling. I definitely do.
But listen, I'm going to get off the phone because I'm going to tell my daughter I did a pretty good job. I think I pretty much stayed on task. So let me go look at the comments and see who's talking about me. Hey, Prepaid. That's my guy.
Prepaid.
Okay? We have a beautiful one, babe.
You too. Thank you for calling, Miss Grace.
Bye-bye.
I love Miss Grace. I should ask her to say hustler. I love the way Miss Grace say hustler. So melatonin, I'm gonna check it. I think I got some. I ain't never tell you. I don't know if I told you that story about that. I got one. It was a crazy thing. We'll get to that one day. We'll definitely get to that one day. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling in to the den this morning, afternoonish, sometime during the day? What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling in?
What's good, Honcho? This prepaid. We alive, shit. We got the time right.
Already. So what's on your mind? Happy June 27th and all that good stuff. What's on your mind, prepaid?
Yes, sir. Miss Grace, I love you too, baby. Miss Grace love me. I got Heidi selling booty hole pictures on the IG, friends only. Pimping ain't dead. It just moved to the web. Well, I want to say this. I think you being watched recently, so I want to come clean and tell y'all that I believe that our good sister Jessie is innocent. I believe that it's all a conspiracy. This just me, okay? Because once y'all talking about the gay reparations, I went and did some research, and I need my cut. So if y'all could just disregard my family and wife and all that, that'd be perfect. With the LGBT community, I believe in the trans and all that. I'm with all that shit. The flag, men on men, I'm with all that shit. All I'm trying to do is get my cut of the gay American dream. So Jussie, I stand with you, my sister, from your brother/sister. From this point on, I shall be with all that shit. And I need all y'all to have this on record, so when they come to make sure that I'm really gay, I got some, some backup for me or whatever.
I got you. Who gonna get the reparations first, the gays or the black folks?
Hopefully the gays. I want the gays to get it first. Because at least I got a fighting chance, because the black reparations gonna have all kind of rules with that shit. I'm trying to get with the gay reparations, because I know it's gonna be a large amount. That's gonna be some serious bread right there. I need all that shit. I don't know if I'm better wear all them tight clothes. I don't know about all that shit, but women clothes, I ain't with that. But if I could, sign me up from being, maybe, you know what? Maybe I ain't gotta be gay to get the gay reparations. Maybe they'll give it to me for being an ally. That's what I'm kind of hoping for. If I stand with the good sister Jessie, they'll give me my cut too. So that's what I'm doing. So my internet line is for me to get the reparations. I don't give a shit about Instagram and flexing. I don't care about none of that shit. I'm trying to do some shit that's gonna benefit me.
Yeah.
So I'm a lie about being gay to get this paper. Y'all can judge me if you want to. I don't give a shit. Buy me some nice shit. Buy me some golf clubs. Bottle of Louis 13, some real nice shit I can appreciate. A couple cigars. And one of them leotard suits. Y'all be blessed. I'm out.
Hey. Look, that might y'all might be on something with a combination of what Prepaid was talking about and what Coach was talking about, man. You know what? That might be what we have to do. We might have to have like a stream every now and then that just is completely against everything that we stand for. Just awesome. Somebody will come into that stream not knowing what's going on, and the funny thing about it'll be some people who come in there and they'll agree. That shit'll be the shit that blows it up. They'll be like, oh, this is what I'm talking about here. Not knowing that this is a whole troll situation. And then they come back to that next stream and be devastated. That might be the thing, fake stream. You're just gonna have to, make sure everybody on board, everybody knows, and I have to put like a little code or something in it. So people know that this is the fake stream where we just talking pure nonsense and unbelievable. But yeah, like I was telling y'all, man, tonight we will make sure y'all follow up on all the debates and everything. I'm saving all the good talk for tonight. I wanted to get, part 1 and part 2 out of the way of these Democratic debates, because we will talk about it tonight. You know what I'm saying? The buffer stream. Yeah, that's that look. Yeah, hold on, let me put that down. But man, Miss Grace said something that I didn't even mention. Let me jot that down. This look. People come in like, what the fuck is going on? The photoshopping. The photoshopping is the thing too. I didn't even bring that up in some of the fakery that's going on. Shout out to Culture, because he made my life. Every time I see this, I think about, man, shout out to Culture, just making my life easy. The photoshopping is the most ridiculous. How could you want likes for something that isn't really you? You know what I mean? Like, how do you want likes for something fraudulent? Like, can you even really appreciate those likes? Can you even really like? I mean, I don't know. Maybe people just want. I mean, just to know. Maybe the like stands for some attention that somebody's looking at me. At least they think of me in this way. Because in reality, most people don't look at anything like that. Like, I know Professor Trill saw it, but I don't know how many other people saw the that video, that H3H3 production where he was exposing all those Instagram models who were getting photoshopped. And I guess, does it matter because the opportunity that's presented, does that, because you get more more benefits from that because you're getting that attention, so you get more opportunities. But you have to be of a certain state of mind that after you post yourself up like this, and then you go look in the mirror and you realize I look nothing like this. If I put my own self out there, excuse me, pardon me, excuse me, pardon me. I can't be out there. Can't be let down, catch me sneezing. But the little Asian chick, the ass was fat, and then whenever they showed the real picture, the ass was flat. Like, y'all ever had somebody serve you breakfast in bed and you had a little table tray that folded out like this? And just, oh, thank you. You could like put that bitch on her hands and knees. It was the same thing. But that's the craziest stuff. Blackfishing. I know you will, DeMar. That's why I can't trust you. I trust everybody. I just can't trust DeMar. He out to get me. Ever since I said he was light skinned and afraid of the sun, DeMar been plotting on me. So my thing is this: hey, if that's what you are, that's fine. But I mean, why not go out and show through hard work and diligence that you can obtain the body you really want instead of just photoshopping it and faking it? I mean, all of them was out there. Crazy, like some of these the biggest ones out there are some of these YouTube stars, I guess, who are trying to transition over to the IG world, out there looking crazy, man. Like, and the thing about it is, like, you're gonna get back on camera, so you're gonna get exposed for all that shit. Blackfishing is when you go and you steal killer whales out of their natural environment and then make them perform at SeaWorld. Nah, but here's what happened. Blackfishing is basically where they talk about like chicks who may be white or of a different race. They'll kind of darken themselves a little bit to make them look mixed because niggas love exotic. Think about it though. But think about it. Let's be realistic. We're gonna talk about, man, that might be a whole different conversation in itself. But we're talking about fakery, so it works. But niggas love something exotic. Like niggas, they love black women, but she gotta be mixed with something. Mixed is always the thing. And even women do the same shit. So, hey, I'm not black, I'm mixed with this, and this. Well, you look awfully black. I don't see any of those other features and traits. Like, man, be cool with who you are. I am black. I have no issues with that. If you white, be happy being white. If you Mexican, be happy being Mexican. Like, people want to be more exotic than they are. And it's just like, shit, no, I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure some mixtures in the line somewhere down the line. But I'm saying I'm black. I'm not mixed with no shit. I don't know. I'm not really caring about that. And I'm not gonna hit up 23andMe or Ancestry and none of that shit so they can have my DNA on record and start promoting some bullshit to me. Because y'all understand, like, when y'all file in these registries and do all this other shit, they are logging your information and then they're gonna start promoting certain products and things that are tailored to you and your health. And you can be like, well, I need this. I need that because, they know it's me. I need this and I need that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, whoa. Hey, yo. I'm telling the woman that accused of don't look black. Professor Trill. Why you attacking that man like that? That's another thing too. I think that's a question that needs to be discussed. That's another question that needs to be discussed too. Is how do people like to be identified? Like, Yeah, like I said, we already got the people who want to be mixed with everything and everything. But my thing is like, because especially when it comes to black folk, that's what I'm saying. That's why y'all niggas be getting on my nerves. God damn it. I love y'all. I love everybody. But y'all niggas be getting on my nerves because y'all don't even know how y'all want to be. Some people be like black. Some people be like African American. Some people be on some other shit. It's just like, look, y'all got to make a decision. Because I'm just like I ain't addressing all these other people who trying to taste the rainbow. I'm not addressing all those pronouns. Y'all niggas got one name. Y'all better pick the name and pick what y'all want to stick with. And then I said, that's what I'm rocking with, though. And all that other shit, I ain't got time for the rest of that shit. Look, I'm getting old. My memory getting bad. Hey, look, I can only give y'all one name. Shit. Coach said you're 100% white ass little man. You can't. We're liberals. And what's going on? Man, I'm telling y'all. You got that S10? No, I got to catch up. I'm still a couple of years. I still don't even use all the features on my damn Note 8. So I'm sticking with this bitch till I figured all the way out. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, what you mean y'all, female pimp? You can't say nothing till you get your green card. What's the motherfucking deal? Who got called into the DN this morning, afternoon, whatever time it is? Oh, shit. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. That's what I say. I got this shit and I'm like, man, if you think about upgrading all, but I'm like, shit. And the little phone I had before that, I wouldn't even, all the way. I don't, and this is like some old lady get on me about my socials and all that other stuff. She's like, you got to step it up, man. And, even though Heidi be trolling me too about, my socials, because like you got this phone and you don't even be on it like that. You know what I'm saying? Just like shit. Oh, Google. Oh man, look. If you in the group, you need to look at that picture I just posted. If you're in the private, the closed Facebook group, you need to look at this picture I posted early this morning, late last night, whatever time you want to call it. If y'all don't know, I'm gonna post a link. I'm going to post a link to a very important video that I think everybody needs to watch. It's maybe about 20 minutes. Like, everybody needs to watch this and understand what's really going on with the big search engines, the big media, and your favorite. Like I said, I had to take the initial search off my thing. I switched to DuckDuckGo on everything. You got to protect yourself because you're getting exposed to a certain ideology of a certain company and they're promoting a certain thing. And when most people use this company, they have the power that they have over things. You got to be extremely careful. You have to be extremely careful. And it's really got me considering, if I need to stick with an Android phone or not, I might go back to the old clamshell. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of questionable stuff going on. Like, all I'm gonna tell you this. Go try something out, and I'm gonna put that. I'm gonna put this video. Like I said, I'm gonna put the link to the video in the Facebook group. But go to Google, right? And it has that kind of. It predicts, what's gonna be text next. That predicative text or predictive text, whatever they call it. Type in and do it for yourself, because I don't want y'all to just take my word for y'all. Be like, oh, Honcho over there, manipulating shit. Type in, if you got a phone or wherever you're at, men can, right? And just see what pops up. Just see the first 4 or 5 things that pop up. Just type in men can. Then type in women can and see what the first 3 or 4 things that pop up are. I posted a picture of what my results were in the Facebook group. But then just like go look and see what the following things are. Like, it's craziness, exactly. I did that shit for myself. I did that shit for myself, and I was just like, cause I saw the video, I was like, let me see. Let me make sure, that's the initial shit that came up. Yeah. Yeah. That's the wild shit right there, man. And then look at what women can. And tell me that there is not an agenda by a particular company that is trying to push a certain message on you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Man, that's what I'm telling you, man. Like, because the thing is, it's just like, it's certain things you see, little certain stuff, and you're like, oh, okay, this is kind of going on. But man, it is much more prevalent than you think. Much more prevalent than you think. Flip phone in the daytime, and look, player, I gotta call y'all after 9. You know what I'm talking about? My minutes ain't free till after 9. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm telling y'all, like, it's a bunch of crazy shit, and it's only getting worse. But again, like I said, I'm a deep dive into this. I'm gonna put it up on a different platform though. I probably won't talk about it on this channel, but it's we'll just really start giving some more opinionated thoughts. Yeah, exactly. Being all the other places gonna give you completely different results, but Big Brother. Y'all thought 1984 was a joke. They say, life imitates art, art imitates life. I don't know which one it is, man. Yeah, you can't really say nothing. Now, I think with bigger channels, it's dangerous, but you can kind of have leeway because you have a certain number of people who are expecting something. I think it would cause a little bit too much turmoil. But I think where I'm at in the spectrum, it's a very precarious place to be because I really want to speak on it, but I think I have to be careful of my approach on how I handle it. So that's why I say stuff like this is why I got to expand my outlets. Stuff like this is why you definitely got to make sure you're going to denshowpodcast.com and make sure you're following the channel. I could probably just do it via podcast. I may do a live podcast on that, or at least a recorded podcast and really speak my mind on it. So it's crazy. It's crazy. You can't, on the left you can't because it's favoring everything you want to. And this is why you got all these people believing this stuff. But I don't think the people are that dumb. Like, they think the people are dumb, but I don't think the people are that dumb. And they thinking that it's going to help them control 2020 and everything else. Shit. People ain't falling for the okie doke. They out here deleting videos with no reason and none of that stuff, man. And that's the crazy shit. Man. But that's what I'm saying. If you look that shit up for yourself and you see, if you don't believe, like, no, it ain't a bunch of dummies. Those are calculated answers. They're calculated answers. That's not people. Do you really think that? Here's what you got to realize, okay? Most of the questions that come up are the most asked questions. Do you think the majority of people are asking those specific questions about men can, and you think those are really the number one things that men are asking about, or women and people are asking about? No, nobody's believing that. Nobody. You got a small segment of people who are probably looking that shit up. And that's not what it is. This is why they talking about, like it's what Twitter, what's the name, brought up a great point when he was talking about how, the policies are biased towards one specific group. If you don't believe in transitioning, or that you only believe in men and women and all this other stuff, and then you got a platform that's saying, well, if you dead name somebody, then we can ban you for that. You know what I'm saying? We want to ban you for that. Well, who is that against, right? Who is that against? A particular party. a particular ideology. So you are definitely imposing your will. And all the big companies, all the big things that you use on your phone are definitely leaning in favor of one particular side. That's why I say, man, it's really, I got to be really smart about the strategy moving forward. And I'm really damn near considering, like, look, you know, you have a phone for business or whatever, but I might have to just give me a little old flipper, get old little flipper phone, go big one of my old Nokias. We get to type in your own, we get to type in your own ringtones and shit. You know, that type of shit. I might be going back to that. Yeah. Oh man, y'all saw that pic? Oh my God. They're yelling at the fence. Better be careful they bring her ass in there throwing one of them motherfuckers. This shit is craziness, man. It's super crazy. You know, they want to paint you these pictures and they'll show you the good side, the whatever that is, of what they got going on. And then really underneath, when you peel back that first layer, it's maggot infested, rotten. It's like, it's terrible. It's terrible. Yeah, they got the control as far as what's been pushed out in the media, what's getting pushed out on the internet, and that's why people are saying, come on, how you got a Republican president, but now you hearing about Pride Month more than ever. This shit has been around for a while. You've never, ever, ever heard about this shit. Like, not a month. I've heard of, you know, pride parades and all these things, but you would swear that motherfucker was so oppressed that it was just, but a whole month? The whole month? They just, everybody getting it? Like, come on, man. They got more days in their month than Black History Month, goddamn it. Yeah, I'm mad, I'm hating. But I don't really give a shit. But, you know, it's just the way shit is promoted. Like, when have you ever seen all these companies turn their logos gay for a month, right? Like, yeah, this is Pride Month right now with June. I thought June was supposed to be, ain't June the month that most people get married in? Like, most people get married in June. I thought June, something like that. But now all of a sudden it's Pride Month. You just checked it out? Okay. And that's what I'm saying. And that's all I'm saying. You see it for your own result. And you can't tell me that motherfuckers are sitting here that this is what most people are looking up. Because it's not. It's not. You telling me that only a small fraction of the population is affiliated with this, right? A small fraction, I mean a percentage, maybe a fraction of a percent, even believing in that aspect of that aspect. So you're talking about LGBT is what, like 3% of the population. Then I'm assuming the majority of that is lesbian and gay. And then so a smaller fraction of that is transgender. And then a smaller fraction of that transgender is men transitioning into, or women transitioning into men. I'm pretty sure it's probably more men turning into women than vice versa, because you get more rewards turning into a woman than you will turning into a man. And then you get to be brave and bold and beautiful, right? You know what I'm saying? You know, that's how it works. So then, so that's a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a percent. And all of a sudden you're telling me this is the number one thing that people are looking up when they say men can? There's no way you can sell this shit to them. Like, there's no way you can tell me this is the thing that most motherfuckers are looking up. No way. Cannot sell me that shit. I don't know, man. It's crazy. But if you go watch, like I said, the link I'm gonna post it in there if y'all haven't seen it. I'm gonna post the link. I'm gonna post the link in the Facebook group after this stream. I want y'all to watch it because I want y'all to be aware of what's going on in the world around you, because big media is not talking about it because it benefits them, because it mostly leans left. Even some of the right, more conservative people aren't going to talk about it because it can impact what they have going on. And people aren't going to undermine what works in their favor. And the reason, like I said, a lot of these big established companies don't give a shit. It doesn't impact them on the same level because they are not necessarily controlled by Big Brother because they have a major platform, and this is more impactful on creators and stuff like that. And so, you know, they're not going to feel the same impact as some of the smaller outlets go. That's a great idea. That's a great idea. And so all I'm saying is this, man. I want y'all to watch this video and take it seriously because y'all need to know what's going on and why these things are happening in your world. And then, you know, you got to figure out what can you do about it and how serious is it, how much of an impact is it? Because what you got to understand is, you know who's most impacted by this? The kids, especially if you let your kids run around and use social media unchecked. You don't know what they're getting into. You don't know what's getting pushed to them, especially at a lower level, because they're going to be oblivious to it. And that's what they're counting on, is that parents ain't paying attention. Parents got to work too much, or they got to do too much to observe what's really happening. And they figure that, well, as long as we don't let them, you know, catch on, we can indoctrinate the kids before they realize. That's why they going to Arthur. That's why they going to My Little Pony. My Little Pony, I didn't even know there were relationships on My Little Pony. Now there's a lesbian couple on My Little Pony. Like, what the fuck is going on? These horses, look, I don't even know. I don't fucking know, man. Yeah, that's my thing. Like, the media, I used to, like, I used to always think, you got to be careful because, you know, the AI and all this machine learning and everything, they're able to pick up words and stuff. So as you notice, a lot of big YouTubers who don't use certain words because it can demote your channel. Excuse me, like the other N word that's tied in with Germany. You know, so a lot of them don't use that. Give me a second, hold on. No, I'm talking to myself. Y'all can't even hear shit. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I was just saying, I got to put the black down. Maybe it's still something in the air making me sneeze and shit. But my thing is that, you know, there's this machine learning, this AI stuff. It picks up sound. It picks up the words that you're saying. So that's why you see a lot of these big YouTubers who don't use certain trigger words that'll get you demonetized, like the other N word. You got to be careful how you speak about a lot of shit. But y'all know a lot of times I just say so many things. I don't give a shit. And that's probably partially why certain things don't get promoted. But it is what it is. You know, I could always switch it up, but I don't necessarily want to. I don't really want to. But I don't know. But a particular name that got banned off of all the platforms a while back. Y'all know what I'm talking about, Mr. AJ. And maybe he was right. Now the frogs might have been tripping, but that's actually a true thing, right? That is happening. It's a true thing that's happening. You know, and the more I look at it, the more I look like, hey, were they trying to take him out first because he seemed extreme? And then you start, you knock off the edges and you start working your way in. You start sliding the goalposts in. You know what I'm saying? Well, he's just crazy and extreme because, you know, he's saying stuff that nobody else is saying. Do I think AJ is a little bit off? A little bit. But maybe he knows some shit that you might not want to know, man. But I think that you bring it in a little bit, But I commend AJ on what he's got going on. You know, he's still fighting the power. Fight the power. And you know, but he was saying stuff that they don't want people to start saying. You know, you're not gonna certain spots or certain people ain't gonna rock with you. You say certain things like that. You got a question? Oh, what you had? What was the question? I forgot. Look. What was the question? See, look, I'm past certain things, bro. Look, sometimes I be in the chat, sometimes I don't be looking. What was the question? You might have to bring it back. Well, let me see. Do. Private. Let's see. Bring up Facebook post. Let's see. You mean to tell me that the same rainbow that represents God, probably represents gay. Look, they take it over. Like who's that? We taking over. That's what is happening. I don't know. What question did I miss? Might have to bring it back. Oh, you talking about, okay, y'all talking about something else. Oh, okay. Oh man, I can't wait. I cannot wait, man. I hope y'all watched tonight, and I hope y'all have caught up on last night's. I'm gonna go back and watch it. I'm gonna play it today while I'm working on some other stuff. I hope y'all have caught up on the debates, because it is going to be good tonight. It's going to be very, very interesting tonight. So, but like I said, I'll probably drag up a little bit early. Like I said, the little one ain't got no daycare today, so I'm gonna go spend a little time. Gonna do some work. That's my favorite word. Work. You want to be like Rihanna, but we gonna work. Goddamn. But man, yeah, that's what I'm telling y'all, man. Like, be ready for all that shit. Be ready for all that wild shit. I've been thinking about a lot of off the wall things as of late. And it's just crazy how a lot of this stuff that was considered fringe and lunatic and, you know, off the wall is right here in front of our face these days. It's like right there. But a lot of people ain't gonna catch it till it's too late. It might already be too late. These people have openly said that they want to impact politics and they want to impact what's going on in society because they feel like they know better than the others. But again, if you are in the group, I'm gonna post the link here after the stream, but I'm getting ready to wind it down, and I appreciate everybody for tuning in today. Like I said, I'm gonna be for sure. Tomorrow probably be at the right time, but like I said, probably in the future, probably gonna start sliding some of the morning dens a little bit further back, and then we'll see what's happening. But you know. So with that being said, man, they better get it. They better make a move for me. I ain't mad at Rock. I'm gonna talk about that. Like that's what I said. I got some shit. I got to do some sauce on the South Sports TV. I've been meaning to talk about the Rockets. I got plenty of work to do. I'm gonna be on. I got videos coming for y'all today. I got a topic I want to talk about from the other day. Man, look, you got maybe another year on. I think you got a year out of Gordon. Capella is proving to you that he might get better elsewhere, but Capella really ain't too much of nothing without Harden and CP3. He doesn't have a real solid post game. I'm not really tripping on him. He's not, when it comes down to the elites, he's just not showing up. Like, you said all that shit and then you just disappeared. You wasn't even playing 20, 30 minutes. So it is what it is, man. Now, not with Tucker though. I will not accept a Tucker trade in any form or fashion. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't with that shit. But that being said, I appreciate y'all. It's an honor, a privilege, and a pleasure to get to chop it up with you guys each and every day. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, he's like, I want to believe in Capella. I want to believe he's getting better. What can he do? Motherfucker was missing passes, fumbling the ball, fumbling the bag, if you will. But Savage Donald Trump, what's the motherfucking deal? But like I said, tonight we will be talking about the entire Democratic debates, and it should be very interesting whether you are a Democrat or not. I would love to hear your thoughts, so make sure y'all tune in, make sure y'all catch it. You know, unlike everybody else in this panel, that's the worst of the things you've ever said there, Professor Trill. Unlike everybody else on this panel, you know, I'm raising a small black child in America. That shit is funny to me. But I'm your host, Ed Honcho. You can catch on my personal social medias on Ed Honcho HTX on Instagram and Twitter. Like the video, hit that subscribe button. If you're new, let the YouTube know, even though they don't give a shit, but let YouTube know that you enjoy the content. Keep promoting that shit. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Den Show Live at Gmail. And make sure y'all share this, man, because like I say, you know, it's, again, certain conversations are getting suppressed. I'm not saying mine is getting suppressed. I've been looking at my analytics. I try to stay on top of them. I have noticed some significant changes in certain areas, but I'm not going to blame it all on one thing or another. If you enjoy this content, share it where you have, you know, friends or whoever you rock with, or if you tell somebody about it, because it's definitely going to take the people more so than the algorithm to grow this channel. It's just how it's going to work. Morning, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Central. Again, I'll let y'all know with an update if the time is going to change on that. I'll put it on the community tab of the channel, and I'll make sure I post it in the Facebook group. Again, if you're in the Facebook group, stay tuned. I'm going to post that link. It is very important that you watch that video to understand what's happening in our world today, behind the scenes. Live every night, especially tonight, 10 p.m. Central Time. We will be talking about some very interesting things. DenShowPodcast.com. If you can't watch, hey, listen in on the Den Show Podcast. Hit that Den Show shop. Get you some of that fresh Den Show merch. You know, that shit is icy. This ain't Den Show merch. This is, if you're from H-Town, you need to go get you one of these. Just the Soft Sports merch. Happy June 27th to all my H-Town folks. If you don't know what June 27th is, go Google that shit. Oh, well. Go DuckDuckGo that shit. Hey, look up June 27 DJ Screw and enjoy. Y'all might not understand what's going on, but it's an H-Town thing. 833-284-3336. If you want to send a text message, you want to inform me of some news, you can send a screenshot. You got a funny meme you want to share, send that shit. You know what I'm saying? If you got a picture of your food and I forget to post it, send that shit. I'm gonna say that picture for tomorrow. So Food Friday, if you got some food that you recently cooked, if you want to submit it for Food Friday, make sure you send that in, and I'll share some pictures. I'll share the Food Friday pictures in the morning stream tomorrow. And if you want to support the channel, you can always make a one-time donation via streamlabs.com/The Den Show. And if you want to pledge on a monthly basis to the channel, you can go to patreon.com/The Den Show. Shout out to James, Tina Starry-Eyed, Diana, Dan the Man, Miss Betty Spaghetti, Donald Trump, and Miss Goya. I appreciate you guys having faith in this community and the long-term success of this community. And again, y'all stay tuned because I'm gonna have some very opinionated videos coming up for the Patreon supporters. Like I said, now that I'm kind of figuring out how I can properly maneuver these things, y'all stay tuned for that. And after I drop a couple more videos, do a few more articles to go with those videos, I'll be putting the site up. It's just there. It just looks naked right now, so I want to put a little bit more content on it before I promote it. So, but everything else is pretty much good to go on the site. It's just got to stop looking naked. So naked ass. But with that being said, I appreciate it. What you say? Go read nothing. What you talking about? I'm gonna read something. I ain't gonna read too much. I'll read all that shit. I will read. See, but that's the crazy thing, right? Why don't the flags show up? I see I see the little symbols for the flags, but the flags don't show up in the chat for me. I don't know. But with that being said, hey, so to produce, y'all be cool like y'all be cool. Y'all are the best. Y'all make this the greatest conversation on the internet. It just, the various personalities, when we come together to agree or disagree, but the fact that just to hear everybody's opinion, it's a wonderful thing. I appreciate y'all. I'm Chuck Up Produce. It's your boy Ed Honcho, man. I'm out. I'll catch y'all tonight. But stay tuned for some other content coming out throughout the day. And y'all be cool like y'all be cool. Y'all ain't gotta go home. Y'all can go to, man, I ain't been to Slotsky's in a long time. Now I'm hungry. I'm out. But I'm hungry. I need me a Slotsky sandwich. I might, you know, them motherfuckers be delivering or some shit. I be seeing a little Slotsky's car riding around. Some motherfuckers got to deliver. They ain't that far away. I'm gonna steal somebody's shit. I'll probably take some meal shit from some people too, but I kind of want some Slotsky's and some cookies or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure it all out. But y'all be cool. I'm gone.